Okay, it's about 5:30 in the morning. It's a lovely campsite. There are a couple other people camping there, but they were very quiet. Moon shone all night long. It was almost like daylight. Got down into the 30s in the tent. I think I figured out the problem with the cold is we're camping in places that don't see the sun for most of the day, and the ground is still mostly frozen. And even with the R value of that sleeping pad, it's coming through that. It's not the top of me that's cold, it's the bottom of me. So I think next campsite selection will be one that has sun exposure during the day. See if that helps. All right, well, we've got 3.5 miles to next water. We've got one steep, peaky little climb on this road, and then downhill for a ways and probably make better time. Okay, we've completed the climb, and now it's a long downhill for a while. And most of today ought to be downhillish or flat. Hopefully it's not downhillish like it was going into Lake Roosevelt, where the forest roads were so covered in the tiny gravel that I stood still at one point and slid down the hill. You're trying desperately not to fall. So hopefully we won't have much of that. Pretty short and easy climb. Now we get to go on to this. Okay, off the fire road and back on trail. Perfect sit spot for a break. 7:40 in the morning. I'm taking a break here by Boulder Creek. Crosses the trail several times. It's a little cool and breezy down here, which is why I'm kind of bundled up. Slept a lot last night. Fell asleep before 7. Got up this morning about 4:30. So yeah, on and off. Yeah, the mattress is a little cold, but clearly I needed the rest. And I broke routine and left my sun gloves on a bush to dry last night and did not collect them as part of my, even when I always look around on the ground, but I missed them in the bush. So I'm improvising, and maybe I'll learn something from this. I got some thumb holes on my sun shirt, so I'm using it as kind of makeshift gloves. Caught a few cat claws as I went by. I had to pull them out. Those were great fun. It's been really brushy at the bottom of this section, so kind of forcing a way through brush and slowing us down a little bit, but looks like a good day. Lots of water the first half, and then we'll see how it goes the second half. Beautiful morning. This has been one of the nicest, most level, least rocky sections of the entire Arizona Trail, and I am enjoying it. Well, we'll wait it if we have to, but I think I see a rock crossing down there. That was a lot of adventure for dry feet. You had to find your way underneath the fallen log tunnel, make the first crossing, then get to here. And that rock's solid, but that log that you got to step over on, it rolls. So you had to inch out so that you had one step only on it and leapt, and then you leapt your head into this bush. So quite an adventure. All right, let's take a break. So it's 10:30 and I'm just finishing up a break here at Sycamore Creek. Bundled a lot of activities, got them all done. Got enough water to get to the next water, and scouted out this evening. Made it about 9 miles so far, and in about 14 miles there's a McFarland trail that looks like it has water, ponderosa pines, and shade and beauty. So that sounds like the place to go. So I think I'm going to try to target that. As the day goes on, there will be some climbing, but nothing monstrous. And we'll see how it goes. This last stretch down here has just been the flattest, nicest section of the entire Arizona Trail. So thanks, Trail, for making it up to me after Roosevelt Lake coming in and going out. I appreciate it. Under another highway. And it's very slippery in here. That was interesting. Water wasn't deep enough to get your socks wet, but any place the sun shone, like when you hit that gap in the middle where the sun's shining, the algae was super slippery, so you had to be super careful not to go down. Interesting experience. And onward. This one spot, it just looks like volcanic moonscape. 12:15. I just finished up a little break here by a wash. Still have about 10 miles to go to the goal campground, but had a nice chat with Christy, making plans for the future, and sharing our affection for each other helps make the day go better. been some pretty steep climbing trying to get out of that canyon, but now it's a little more reasonable and we got pretty trees. Last part of the steep trail down to those Ponderosa Pines, which is where I'm staying tonight. Serenity Shuttle has landed trail mile 397 for a 22.63 mile day. Decided to camp here where we have running water and lovely pine trees at the McFarland trail crossing. It's beautiful here. Thank goodness a couple of miles of the last part of the trail getting here were flat, and then we got a big descent down into here, so not too bad. Made her 22, took a little off the total so that we can reach Christie in 3 days, a little earlier in the day. We'll keep trying to do that. All kinds of wonderful sights to see today. Thanks for sauntering with me, and remember, we're doing the impossible, and that makes us mighty.